If you love soda bread, today I'm going to show you a healthier version using all flour. It looks a bit different, darker in color, but the taste of this bread is amazing and it stays fresh for days. While making regular yeast bread can be time consuming, Irish soda bread on the other hand takes less than an hour to make and bake because there's no kneading and no rising. That's right, you skip all the work and it still tastes amazing. So in a large bowl whisk together all the dry ingredients, but first make sure you turn on the oven because this bread goes straight in as soon as you're done mixing. To make it healthier, I mix together 2.5 cups or 250 grams all flour or processed oats with 1.5 cups or 190 grams spelt flour. It has a higher protein content than all-purpose flour as well as more fiber and nutrients. Then I need 2 tablespoons cornstarch for the texture because oat bread tends to be crumbly, and 1 teaspoon baking soda to make it rise and create a lovely soda bread consistency. If I want a salty version, I add 1 heaped teaspoon salt and 1 teaspoon caraway seeds. And if I want it on a sweet side, I reduce salt to half teaspoon, add 1 tablespoon maple syrup and half cup raisins. Now in a large measuring cup, whisk together 1.5 cups or 360 ml buttermilk and 1 egg, then add this mixture into the flour. Buttermilk is great, lower in fat and calories than whole milk, and adds lots of flavor and moisture to baked goods. Make a well in the center, use a wooden spoon to incorporate the flour into the buttermilk, and when it starts to come together, turn it out on the flour surface and knead just a few times to shape it into a circle. So the less you handle the dough, the softer the bread will turn out. I know at first it may look like a mess, but it will bake up just beautifully. And because the baking soda reacts fast, you want this bread hit the oven as quickly as possible. You just need to cut it a deep signature cross with a knife all over the top. This scoring helps the heat get to the center and bake more evenly, giving an extra surface to crisp up. I place it in the oven, bake for 10 minutes at 225°C, then lower the heat to 200°C and bake for another 35 to 40 minutes until the crust is deep brown. The best way to test for doneness is to knock on the bottom of the bread, and when it sounds hollow, it's done. And for that super crispy crust at the bottom, I bake my soda bread in a cast iron skillet, but you can use any other baking pan you have. This healthier Irish soda bread turns out darker in color because of the oats. It has a beautiful crust, so if you love crusty bread, you will love this recipe. The bread isn't too heavy, it has a moist and chewy center, and I just love the flavor of oats with a slight tanginess from the buttermilk. It really hits the spot. It's definitely my new favorite type of bread. It's best when it's hot from the oven, but don't worry, it's still tasty tomorrow, just not as crispy on the outside. And there are a ton of different ways to enjoy this soda bread. It goes so well for savory dinners like hearty soups and stews. It's delicious with butter and jam or honey, and for the next day it makes a great breakfast toast. It really suits any occasion. And the best thing, you can have freshly baked bread in under an hour. Just like these healthy bagels I made with oat flour and Greek yogurt. They're perfect way to take your breakfast sandwich to the next level. Check out that recipe now. Thank you so much for watching. See you in another video. Stay healthy, stay happy.